I am literally screaming at my television screen. Doug is not a ghost. I repeat, Doug McBride is not a ghost. For weeks we have been sitting here crying our eyes out thinking that poor, vulnerable Deanna McBride was losing her mind. We thought she was hallucinating her dead father because of the sheer trauma of her mother, Vanessa, moving on with Joey Armstrong. But no. I paused the screen. I rewound it. I zoomed in on his face. And I am telling you right now, that is not Doug McBride. Look at the mustache. I am not crazy, okay? The mustache is completely different. It is styled in a completely different way than the Doug we knew and loved. And it's not just the facial hair. It's the body language, the gestures, the way he moves his hands when he talks to Deanna. It is entirely off. The real Doug had a specific gentleness to him, a specific way of holding himself. This man is an imposter, a fake, a complete and utter fraud walking around Fairmont Crest playing with a grieving daughter's mind. And who do we think is behind this sick, twisted, demonic plot? Joey Armstrong. I am shaking with rage just thinking about it. Joey is a psychopath. A literal psychopath. He didn't just hire some random actor off the street to put on a fake mustache. No. Joey Armstrong has casino money. He has mob money. He found a lookalike and paid for plastic surgery. Yes, he literally paid to have some random thug's face surgically altered to look exactly like Doug McBride just to mess with Deanna? Can you even comprehend the level of pure, unadulterated evil it takes to reconstruct a human being's face just to win a petty family feud? Joey is sick. He wants Vanessa all to himself. He just proposed to her at the casino, playing the role of the perfect, misunderstood bad boy who just wants to be a traditional husband. What a joke. He knows that as long as Deanna is around, Vanessa will always have a tether to her past. Deanna is the only one who sees Joey for the monster he truly is. So what does Joey do? He doesn't just try to argue with Deanna. He orchestrates a psychological warfare campaign to make Deanna look completely unhinged. Think about the fake Doug's motives. What is this imposter telling Deanna to do? He is pushing her. He is egging her on. Joey wants this fake Doug to incite Deanna into doing something completely illegal, something downright evil. Why? So she gets caught? Joey wants Deanna to cross a line she can never come back from. He wants her to be arrested or publicly humiliated or caught doing something so vile that Vanessa has no choice but to cut her off completely. Joey wants to look at Vanessa and say, "Look at your crazy daughter. You have to let her go. You only have me now." It is sick. I am hyperventilating just putting the pieces together. And if the plastic surgery imposter wasn't enough, let's talk about Randy Parker. Randy freaking Parker. The timeline for the week of July 6 to 10 just dropped, and it confirms that Joey is ordering his sleazy henchman Randy to target Deanna. Joey literally asks Randy if Deanna would recognize him, and then tells him that she needs to be on the job. On the job? What does that even mean? Are they going to force her into the plasma ring? Are they going to frame her for a crime? But here is the detail that is making me want to throw my remote at the wall. Randy and Doug were childhood friends. Do you remember that? Because I remember Joey is intentionally weaponizing Doug's memory from every single angle. He has a fake Doug messing with Deanna's head, and now he is sending Doug's childhood friend to swoop in and manipulate her. Randy is going to play the "I miss your dad so much, let me comfort you" card. We already saw the promo where Randy wraps his arms around Deanna in a hug. I physically gagged. It is so disgusting. Deanna is so desperate for a connection to her father that she is going to fall right into Randy's trap. Deanna, girl, wake up. I am screaming at you. You are smarter than this. You cannot let these men play you like a fiddle. She is so blinded by her grief and her hatred for Joey that she is walking blindly into a minefield. She thinks her dad is back from the dead to help her take down Joey, but it's actually Joey pulling the strings to take her down. The betrayal she is going to feel when she realizes the man she has been crying to is a surgically altered thug. It's going to destroy her. I don't know if she will survive that kind of psychological break. And Vanessa, oh my gosh, Vanessa, how can you be this blind? You are sitting in Joey's mansion, drinking his expensive wine, accepting his proposals, while he is literally paying men to destroy your daughter's sanity. Vanessa is so desperate for love, so desperate to ignore the red flags. She thinks Joey is a good man deep down. Good men do not hire plastic surgery imposters to gaslight their stepdaughters. When the truth comes out, Vanessa is going to have to live with the fact that she chose this monster over her own flesh and blood. I have no sympathy for her anymore. None. But wait, hold on. Let's take a massive step back. My mind is racing. What if Joey isn't the one who hired the fake Doug? What if it's Heather Armstrong? Boom. Plot twist. Let's think about this. Heather is the Impaler. She's the ruthless leader of the International Plasma Ring. She just came to town, offered Joey a partnership, and he turned her down. Heather is not the type of woman to just take no for an answer and fly back to London. She is vicious. What if Heather wants to take down Joey's empire and take over Fairmont Crest for herself? She knows Joey's weak spot is Vanessa, and Vanessa's weak spot is Deanna. What if Heather hired the fake Doug? What if Heather paid for the plastic surgery, sent this imposter to Deanna, and is using Deanna as a weapon to destroy Joey from the inside out? If Deanna thinks Doug wants her to sabotage Joey's casino or find his ledger, she will do it. Heather could be using Deanna as the ultimate pawn to bring down her own brother. Honestly, the Heather theory makes so much sense. Joey is evil, yes, but he is also currently distracted by the police, the plasma ring fallout, and his romance with Vanessa. Would he really have the time to orchestrate a surgical face swap right now? Heather has international connections. She has the resources to find a lookalike and get top-tier reconstructive surgery done under the radar. If Heather is the mastermind behind fake Doug, then Joey is actually getting played and Deanna is just collateral damage in an Armstrong family war. I cannot breathe. This show is giving me a heart attack. Whether it is Joey or Heather, the fact remains Deanna is in so much danger. She is completely isolated. She hung up on Vanessa in a bitter rage. She pushed everyone away because she thinks she has her dad back. She is sitting in the dark, plotting with a man who is wearing her dead father's face. The psychological horror of this storyline is unmatched. It is giving me chills. I need someone to intervene. I need Jacob Hawthorne to take a break from his own PTSD spiral and realize that Deanna is being targeted by the Plasma Ring Syndicate. Imagine the confrontation scene when the truth finally comes out. Imagine Deanna looking at Doug and noticing a scar behind his ear from the surgery. Imagine her pulling at his face or catching him breaking character. The sheer terror in her eyes when she realizes she is locked in a room with a stranger who was hired to ruin her life. I need the writers to give Angela Fairley an Emmy for this right now, because the emotional breakdown is going to be television history. And what happens to Randy Parker when this all blows up? I hope Deanna destroys him. Using his childhood friendship with Doug to seduce a grieving daughter, there is a special place in hell for Randy Parker. I want to see Deanna turn the tables. Once she realizes she's being played, I want her to pretend she doesn't know. I want her to play along with Randy, play along with fake Doug, and gather all the evidence she needs to send Joey and Heather to prison for the rest of their miserable lives. Yes, give us villain-era Deanna. Give us a mastermind Deanna who outsmarts the casino boss. I am so invested in this. I cannot wait for the week of July 6th. The promo showing Randy hugging Deanna is going to haunt my nightmares tonight. We are watching a slow-motion car crash, and there is nothing we can do but scream at our screens. Joey Armstrong is playing God with people's faces and lives. Vanessa is sleeping with the devil. And Deanna is caught in the crossfire of a mafia war masquerading as a family reunion. This is peak soap opera, besties. The drama, the betrayal, the plastic surgery, the fake mustaches. I am living for every single second of it, even though my blood pressure is through the roof. Let me know in the comments who you think hired the fake Doug. Is it Joey trying to ruin Deanna, or is it Heather trying to ruin Joey? I need to know your theories because I am going to be obsessing over this until the next episode drops. Stay tuned, keep screaming at your TVs, and I will see you next time.